zoo covers more than 165 hectares and is visited by millions of people every year. Furthermore, it has 2,300 animals to care for, as well as a daily inflow of tourists. To maintain the normal operations of such a large zoo, how does it manage its water consumption? It may be hard to imagine how to control water use. It may be useful to consider the Taipei Zoo like a large community. The annual average water fee here is upwards of $300,000 as water use is unavoidable, but water conservation can save some resources. This is Gao Jun, who has been in charge of the African animal area at the Taipei Zoo for nearly 7 years. The first area our interview team visits is his African area, where some famous animals consume lots of water. Can you tell which animal it is? The hippo.
It should be the largest water consumption because they are also the largest. We have more and more here as they are 9 mothers together. They have a large amount of bowel movements each day. These animals need to be in a pool. This is a basic necessity for them. Their skin can take an environment that is too hot or dry. So they need to soak in the water and they feel more secure in the water. Basically, we need to maintain this water throughout the year.
If the habit of the hippo is water, which may make it difficult to conserve water, how is it possible to save water? To begin with, one needs to start with habits. It turns out that there are 2 pool water systems in the hippo area. The display pool requires a clear water quality in order to give visitors a close look at the hippo ecology, but another pool does not need to be so clean. Therefore, the Taipei Zoo adopts a multi-purpose approach to allow the water in the display pool to be replaced. Then it can be used in the other pool. At the same time, a filtration system is in place, effectively reducing the frequency of large-scale water exchange in the hippo area. The hippo is much like a water-saving household who uses 3 tricks to save water: use of rainwater, filtering water for display area, reducing the number of water exchanges. Visiting the African animal area with Gao Jun, we learn other water-saving activities undertaken by the zoo.
We used to fill this mold with water to prevent chimpanzees from escaping. But then we learned that we really don't need it because our walls are safe enough and chimpanzees don't like water and don't swim. So if we cap the water, they don't use this space, so we fill it up and turn it into area where the animals can use. And this also saved water.
The devil is in the details. That the zoo's water-saving tricks not only apply to hippos and chimpanzees, but also another major use of water in the zoo, penguins. Here we meet a senior zookeeper, Li Gufeng, who is in charge of the penguins. He has spent a long time caring for emperor penguins and African penguins. He can judge whether the water in the penguin area is clean. The water for the penguin area is subjected to 3 steps of filtration: normal filtration of tap water, fine filtration, and ozone and sterilization filtration. Penguins are different from hippos. They have high water quality standards. It's impossible to use simple filtered rainwater. The water in the penguin area is high standards different from the rest of the park, so a special system was put into place for the penguin pavilion. This involves recycled, reclaimed water that is lightly used, which can still be used as a secondary water resource after treatment. In short, high-quality water in the penguin pavilion can be used again. In the case of the emperor penguin pool, the water in the pool is the medium-use water because it is completely used in a closed indoor environment. Each time changing the water involves 130 cubic meters of water that is relatively clean. This water can be used to supply outdoor bird area or wash the barn of wild horses and bears. This means that the water used by penguins is never wasted. At the Taipei Zoo, visitors can't see the ingenious water-saving measures in place, which can be an environmental education resource. The children are full of curiosity about the elephant-shaped water tank. It's not just a display, but actually a useful supply of water for surrounding plants in the area. Because of these water-saving tricks, including the collection and use of rainwater, if there's a light rain, then the 17 water tanks in the park can store some 32.5 tons of rainwater. Rainwater can't be used to wash hands or have direct contact with human body, but can be used for flushing, watering, cleaning, or replenishing water in animal pools. While the zoo saves water in different ways, it is all well organized. Considering animals have different needs, this water conservation and satisfying their needs for a good environment is a win-win situation.